Hello, Master Duel Central. How's it going, guys? So today we're going to be talking about the XYZ event, different decks that you could play for the event. As always, these What Should You Play videos are made with the help of the people in the Master Duel Central Discord. So make sure to check that out. The link is in the description, completely free to join. So shout out to everyone in the Discord that provided deck lists. I'll be, shouting them out personally for every deck. And yeah, we have a lot to get through, so let's just get into it. All right, and first here is my deck that I was testing. Now, I did a stream yesterday, and we did a 3-hour stream, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I literally only lost one game out of 3 hours playing this deck in an XYZ event room. So that's when you know that the deck is really crazy. Honestly, I think this might be one of the best decks in the event. Not the only good deck, but definitely going to be one of the best ones. Really insane. I think the Live Twin engine, even though we don't have the Live Twin links, just the fact that they're a free gigantic allows you to get your blue, which, sets up your red and your carrot. We're playing 2 red, 2 carrot because they're like your main interruptions, really, since we don't really have access to, link monsters to do interruptions with IP or stuff like that, Appaloosa, all that good stuff. So that's fine. We have those. You have the Jin Buster. We're running 2 as well because we might get in the grind game in this event if you're not specifically playing against like Numeron. And in the grind game, having another Jin Buster can definitely come up. Also, Herald of Pure Light. Honestly, I'm considering playing this card even in regular Sprite, like in ranked. This card is just really good. You add a card from your grave to your hand and then add a card from your hand to the deck. People usually when they search Maxi and Sprite, they'll just do it by like using Swap Frog to bounce the Maxi to hand, but you could also just go like into a rank 2 and like get your Maxi from your grave this way, right? So that's another way to do it if you don't have Frog. So you can technically search Maxi thanks to this card. So pretty cool card. And just overall, this deck is just absolutely busted. We have a lot of decks to go through though. And as always, we're going to check out the replays after all the deck lists. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. So next up here, we have a list from Bidoof on my Discord. And shout out to him because this is the only deck that actually managed to beat my Sprite deck when I was testing yesterday on the live stream. So yeah, this deck is deceptively strong, honestly. Just the ability to go giant ballpark and set up a bunch of control makes it really hard to out. Like you basically just need the MST or a way to out giant ballpark. Otherwise, you're going to be in a lot of trouble because they can just slow the game down significantly. Another thing that's really cool about this deck is, well, they pretty much have in-engine Flying C, and this card is kind of dumb. So I don't really know why they left this legal in the event. And honestly, I think if you're playing Numerons, this is probably going to be a must play because it's just going to be a free win for any going second strategy pretty much. When your opponent normal or special summons a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand to the opponent's field in defense position. The controller of this card cannot XC summon. So this card is technically even better than Max C, honestly. It basically just shuts the game down for any deck that wants to XC summon. So I'm pretty surprised they left this legal in an XC's event. But yeah, so expect Numerons to win a lot of games with this card. This card is kind of dumb for this kind of event. I recommend maybe playing a Dark Hole or something just as a way to clear your own board, honestly, because this is just going to be nuts. But yeah, really interesting deck. I have a good replay for this one. Moving on to the next here. And speak of the devil, here's Numeron. This is Unnicknamed's list. And guys, honestly, I think this might be one of the best decks in the event along with Sprite, if not the best deck. The thing about this is as soon as your opponent normal summons a monster, you can just go Flying C. Your opponent's pretty much going to be stuck with their face-up attack monster, and you can just go ahead and do your Numeron stuff and just win for free, right? So going second might be the meta in this event. We'll see what happens though. But yeah, honestly, just man, Flying C being legal in this event is kind of crazy. It's just going to be too good in Numerons. Anyway, I'm not even going to show a replay for this because you guys know what a Numeron replay looks like. They just go for game, basically, right? But, oh my god, this deck is going to be terrifying. Let's move on to the next list. All right, so next up here, we have Phantom Knights from High Niner or Hyper in the Discord. Thank you for this list. We do have a replay for this one. I mean, it's pretty standard, standard Phantom Knights are going to be quite good this event. Maybe not one of the best decks, but still a really remarkable deck. Obviously, the boards they can set up with the Utopic Draco Future, as well as like a Fog Blade and maybe even a Cicada King is really impressive stuff. They also have the ability to go Raider's Knight into where's a really good one? This one here, Arc Rebellion XC's Dragon, to basically go for a game at any time going second. So really solid deck as always. Phantom Knights in this event especially, they're going to be very strong. Moving on to the next list. So next up here we have Mazinger's list from the Discord, and oh my god, what a curveball. So this is Exo Sister mixed with the Jokers or the Arcana Knights. I don't really know what you call this archetype because it's just kind of a mix of cards. But yeah, this looks pretty interesting. Honestly, I can't really comment on this. I'm not super familiar with Exo Sisters and much less with the Arcana Knights. So we're just going to let the replay speak for itself on this one. Keep in mind, this is a festival, so it's okay to play just a fun strategy. Like, it doesn't have to be a sweat fest. You know, it's not a ranked ladder or anything. But yeah, I can't wait to see the replay for this one. Let's move on to the next list. All right, got so many lists for this video, man. Seriously, thank you to everyone who was submitting lists in the Discord. Sadly, I couldn't cover all of them because we just had too many, but I had to cover this one. Now, you guys are used to the like typical dino stuff that we do, so I decided I'd throw you a curveball and show you Arrowman Mike's list. Now, this is a pretty unhinged dino list if I've ever seen one. Kind of a disaster, really, but honestly, I'm not even gonna comment on how good or bad it is because like it's just too cool. So yeah, we're playing, you know, the Illusions of Chaos with the Magician Souls. We have the Mathmech engine that I love running in dinos now to set up bulliplation for your opponent's turn. They've got a big rank 1 package because I guess that comes up in this deck a lot. And one thing that this deck does have going for it is that Flying Sea is a lot worse at playing against this deck. We have a lot of ways of popping our own cards, such as Borlode Riot Dragon and Soja Flare, that can just pop your own Flying Sea so you can keep playing. So in that sense, I guess I could kind of see the potential. Scrap Raptor is also a really good way to pop that card. So I guess just having plays around Flying Sea is honestly pretty great for this event. I genuinely think this deck could be interesting. It's just like no hand traps really. It's kind of rough, and honestly, I feel like everyone should be playing Flying Sea in this event. Even I wasn't playing it in my Sprite list, but just thinking about it, Flying Sea is just too good. So yeah, I highly recommend everyone. We all play Flying Sea in this event. It's unfortunate, but like it's just too good. You don't even have to control no monsters. So even if you're going first, you can summon it on your opponent's turn and they don't get to play really. It's not really good against Numeron though, so there's that. But still, I think this is going to be a must play. With that being said, guys, we have a lot of replays to go through, so let's get into those replays. All right, so for the first replay here, we have my Sprite deck list. Then we'll go through the other ones. But basically, I was playing against Bidoof right here, and they had the Retaliating Sea. But we're actually going to log that out, you'll see. So we go for the Kiss a Kill, summon out the Lila, special from hand, the red. And then we're going to make ourselves a gigantic Sprite. Using Sprite, we'll special summon blue from the deck, and Sprite blue will search us the Jet. We'll go Jet effect, search the Sprite starter. Then we can special summon out the Carrot, special Gin Buster using 2 darks. That's why we kept the Lila on the field. Then we go Sprite starter to special summon red from the deck and pass turn. So we've got a red, a carrot, and a monster negate. So basically 2 monster negates, 1 spell and trap negate, plus forbidden droplet and ghost spell. Pretty good. Our opponent was super bricked, so they set and pass. We go into Onibimaru Soul Sweeper, and they're going to activate Maxi. We're just going to negate Maxi with Gin Buster here. Yeah, so we're going to activate the Gigantic Sprite, special summon the blue search Jet. Then we're going to activate Onibimaru, getting rid of that face down to clear the field. Xyz into Cat Shark. Cat Shark, deceptively strong card in this deck. Special Jet, search the Sprite Gamma Burst, use Cat Shark, double up the attack of Gigantic Sprite. Battle phase, we're going to use our Gamma Burst to boost up our Gigantic Sprite as well as everyone else, and attack for game with the Cat Shark. So yeah, I mean, this is just a really solid deck, sets up a good amount of interruption going first. Very consistent thanks to the Life Twins giving you a free Gigantic pretty much at the start of your turn. Let's go on to the next replays. Now, this next replay here is actually the game that I lost on stream yesterday against Bidoof, the guy I was just playing against, with the insect deck. So we'll get to check it out here. We've got Doom Dozer in hand, Maxi, B-Trooper, Scout Buggy, Scale Bomber, and Sting Lancer. I was the one who went first, so, you know, I do my thing, activate Life Twin Sunny Snitch, they go Maxi, and at that point, I was like, oh, nah, but we got the Ash, we're looking pretty good, They're going to chain B-Trooper, Sting Lancer to our Ash here, targeting Maxi and Grave as well as Ash, so they can special summon out the B-Trooper, Sting Lancer, and return those 2 cards to the deck. Then, well, obviously, we negated the Maxi, and we're going to get to search our Lila here. So then they're going to activate the effect of Sting Lancer to add a B-Trooper spell trap, and that's going to trigger the B-Trooper Scale Bomber to special summon it itself from the hand here. Scale Bomber is really good. It has a quick effect to tribute 1 insect and pop 1 monster your opponent controls on monster activation, so that's really, really strong. Here, we're going to go do, you know, I'm doing my little Gigantic Sprite, you know, doing my Sprite thing. Going to go Gigantic Sprite effect. They're going to chain B-Trooper Scale Bomber, tributing the B-Trooper Sting Lancer, but I'm going to negate the Scale Bomber with the red here. So we keep going here. Keep going. And we're going to special summon out the blue here, get the Jet, you know, all this stuff. We literally just showed this deck, right? Get the starter, you know, basic Sprite stuff, make a Gin Buster, set the starter, and pass turn. But yeah, this matchup's actually pretty hard for Sprite. I'm going to be honest with you. This is the only matchup I really had trouble with. I'm sure Numeron could win too. They're going to go Scout Buggy. I'm going to negate Scout Buggy, and they're going to trigger their B-Trooper Scale Bomber to negate my red and special summon out the Dozer. Dozer into the Jin Buster. Dozer effect gets to mill a card and just pass turn here. So I'm going to activate Sprite Starter. We're going to get the blue on. But I want to do this during their turn just so like I get more, you know, follow up on my own turn. So my turn here. And we normal special summon the Jet effect. They're going to trigger the Scale Bomber to pop the Jet. That's okay. We get ourselves a Sprite Starter. Activate Starter. Get another blue. This is basically why I did that, so I could trigger 2 blues in the same turn. Special blue. Get the red. And we're going to special summon out the Gigantic Sprite here. Make ourselves a red. And we're going to go get the Cat Shark effect. Double up the Gigantic Sprite. Yeah, I had a hard time beating over this, so I literally had to do this to beat over the Doom Dozer. It was pretty tough for me, I'm not going to lie. This was a pretty tough matchup. So pass turn here. Opponent is going to normal summon the Resonant Insect, and Resonance Insect is going to get destroyed, triggering its effect to search Doom Dozer. Then we can use the effect of Doom Dozer, and since it banishes the Resonance Insect, we can send a Goki Pole to the grave, Goki Pole effect, search Retaliating C, and face. So yeah, this is, at this point, this is kind of scary, I'm not going to lie, but you know, we're not looking too terrible here. We go Gigantic Sprite effect, special summon out the Jet. Jet, search out the Gamma Burst, and I thought I had game, but I did a huge misplay here. I activated Cat Shark when I really just wanted to attack with it. Wait, no, I mean, I attacked with Cat Shark when I wanted to activate it, so I had to crash my Cat Shark, unfortunately, and I missed lethal here, and boy did I miss lethal. We're going to go into Herald of Pure Light here, detaching a material to get back the Sprite Blue. Then Sprite Blue, I mean, you know, it's a good card. We're going to send back the Bell, activate Sprite Blue effect, search the Carrot, special Carrot, and you know, like I'm keeping up here, but yo, that misplay was huge. Like I had lethal, I just missed lethal. Technically I had this game, you know, but anyway, they're gonna special out the Neptune, go B-Trooper Scout Buggy. We're gonna Ash the Scout Buggy, and they're gonna actually negate the Ash using B-Trooper Flying Sting. Special summon the Scout Buggy from the deck. They can go Cicada King, and they're gonna go to battle phase here, beat over the Gigantic, and with the Cicada King they're gonna beat over our Herald. Then they're going to pass turn, activate Neptune, boost the attack of Cicada King. Pretty crazy stuff. And out here, I'm struggling here. I'm running out of cards. I'm running out of plays. We're going to go for a Centaurio or whatever. And we're going to boost its attack to beat over the Cicada King. You know, I thought I had him here. I really thought I had it. So we're going to do this, go into Downer Magician, and go into Zeus. I figure, you know, with Zeus, there's no way I'll lose, right? With Zeus, there's no way you can lose. So we pass turn on Zeus here, and oh no, they drew Goki Pole. So yeah, I don't even want to look. So in end phase here we go Zeus effect, send the Goki Pole to the grave, Goki Pole effect, search the Black Sea Squatter, special Sea Squatter to pop my Zeus using Goki Pole's effect, and that's how they get the game basically. I top deck nothing, pass turn, and I basically lose to a 2000 attack monster. Unfortunate, but yeah, really good replay, and honestly solid deck. I technically had game, you know, I just misplayed. So for our next replay here we have High Niner or Hyper from the Discord with the Phantom Knights, and we're going second here. So let's see what our opponent is playing. Opponent is playing Life Twin Sprite. Okay, so this is in casual mode, so maybe they were learning the deck here. They're going to go Sprite Blue, search red, and special the red using Gigantic as well as the Lila. They go into Artifact Dagda, activate starter, set the Scythe. Then with Dagda and blue, they're going to go Sprite Elf effect, bring back the Kiss a Kill as well as Carrot. Yeah, make Evil Twin Kiss a Kill, bring back the Lila, make Lila effect, bring back the Kiss a Kill, and they're going to draw a card here, and then they're going to go. Oh, they messed up. Well, anyway, still pretty good. We're gonna go Danger Tsuchinoko here, and we discard the Tsuchinoko, special the Tsuchinoko from the hand, Jackalope effect, discard the, what is this one? Phantom Knight Stained Greaves, go into Cicada King, protecting ourselves from a potential hand trap. Then we can go Stained Greaves effect in the graveyard. They're gonna trigger the Sprite Red, tributing the Lila, then triggering the Kiss a Kill to bring back the Lila. Lila pop the Scythe. Okay, so they get their Scythe block here, and I don't see why we didn't. Oh wait, but on field Scythe activates. We can negate with Cicada King an on field effect. Then we can go Reinforcement of the Army. Oh my god, this is crazy. Yeah, see, we would not have gone to do that if they just went Lila first last turn. But anyway, we're gonna go Phantom Knights of Torn Scales, set the Phantom Knights Monster Trap, then we'll special summon out what was that one? I don't even know what that one's called. Special summon out. Okay, Stained Greaves, I guess. Anyway. Basically, we make Raider's Knight effect, special summon the Arc Rebellion, Xyz Dragon, gain the attack of every monster on the field, and swing for like 5 million damage. Yeah, so pretty cool deck, The fact that it could win going second against Life Twin Sprite, even if they misplayed, is still pretty impressive. So I got to put some respect on that. Really, really good. Not even against an Xyz deck, by the way, and this is an Xyz only deck. So pretty solid, Let's move on to the next deck list here. All right, so here we have Mazinger's replay with the Exo Sister, Queen's Knight, Jack's Knight, whatever deck. We got the Joker's Trait, 2 Imperm, Exo Sister, Vadis, and Max C in hand. Very interesting. So we're going to start with Joker's Trait. They're going to go Max C effect. Ooh, that's unfortunate. But it is what it is. Discard the Imperm, special Queen's Knight. Then we can normal the King's Knight and go into Michaelis. Okay, Michaelis effect. Detach a material to search a Returnia. We're going to set an Imperm and a Vadis and a Returnia. Then we can trigger in our grave the effect of Joker's Trait, returning King's Knight to the deck to add Joker's Trait to our hand. So I see now, it's the idea of having this resource loop to have like a guaranteed rank 4, I see. Very interesting. Our opponent's going to go Elixir of Black Awakening. We're going to go Max C, and they're going to go Elixir of Black Awakening. Alright, so beat over our Michaela, I think it's called, Michaelis. Okay, now we go Vadis on our opponent's main phase 2, special summoning Sophia and Irene. They're going to special summon out the Eldritch, the Golden Lord. Alt art, by the way. Respect for that. That's crazy. You have more than one of the alt art. This guy went ham. And we're going to make ourselves an Exo Sister Caspitel as well as a Sophiel. So I don't even know. What do these cards even do? If this card is XC summoned, neither player can activate cards or effects in the grave. Damn, you should have had that earlier. Anyway, we're going to use the other trap here, the Returnia, to make ourselves a Magnifica. And we can get rid of our opponent's back row, banishing the Vampire Domination. That's an interesting pick. We're going to go Joker Straight again, discarding a card to special summon the Queen's Knight from deck, normal summon the King's Knight, special summon the Stella, and we go into ZS Utopic Sage. ZS Utopic Sage, special summon ZS Ascended from the deck. We can go in Utopia. Utopia is going to search out the hyper rank up magic. Then we're going to go into Utopia Dragonar. Oh my god, this deck is kind of crazy. Okay, Dragonar effect, detach 1, special summon Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray, and then we can use the rank up spell to equip it to our Utopia Ray, detach it to equip the Pegasus, which is a really good card, and use the effect to lower the attack of Eldritch the Golden Lord. That's crazy, and we'll beat over both of them. Wow, that's kind of scary, not gonna lie. Set the Returnia, got the Imperm set as well, use Joker's Trait. Joker's Trait can just return a Light Warrior. Wait, so you can return Michaelis as well. I see. That's what's so good about it. Also, shout out Royal Michaelis. That's pretty sick. Going to use the effect here, go into Asophiel, and they're going to set a Huaquero. And we're going to go Asophiel effect. They're going to go 7 cities of the Golden Land and call it a day. Yeah, this looks pretty much unwinnable for Eldritch. This is like a pretty bad matchup for Eldritch too, getting to negate effects in the grave here. So we're going to go Utopic Future. They're going to go Huaquero here. Not that it's going to do much, and then I don't even know what this continuous spell does, but I'm sure it's not very good. We're going to beat over the Huaquero and pretty much just go for game here. Wow. Honestly, pretty sick deck. Pretty spicy, too. I had a little bit of a hard time keeping up because I'm not super familiar with all these cards, but from what I can see, it's not as bad as I expected, to be honest. Anyway, let's move on to the final replay here, that crazy Dino list. All right, so here we go. We have the Magician Souls Dino pile with the Sage de Fleur and everything. This hand is crazy. Illusion of Chaos, Misk, Baby, Fossil Dig, and Superfactorial. I don't think it gets much better than this for a Dino hand, honestly. Wow, we actually bait out the Ash with the Fossil Dig. That is very funny. They never learn. They never learn. You're supposed to Ash the Misk. So we're going to go Misk effect to Misk in the grave. Banish from the grave to special summon Archosaur. Archosaur is going to pop the baby, and we're going to get to search a double evolution pill. Baby effect, special summon the Oviraptor from the deck, searching a baby. Then we can normal summon that baby. Ovi effect, pop the baby, special summon the other baby from the grave. Baby effect is going to special summon out a Scrap Raptor from the deck. Then we're going to use Scrap Raptor's effect, popping itself to search out a Scrap Chimera. We're going to normal summon the Scrap Chimera to bring back the Scrap Raptor from the grave. Then we can go XC summon into Primath Mech Alimbertion. Alimbertion effect, detach a material to search the Circular. Wait, we're going to go Illusion of Chaos here to get the Magician Souls. Interesting. Oh, to put the Superfactorial back on the deck. That's interesting. We can send the Nabla to the grave to special summon Circular, then use the second effect of Alimbertion to get the Nabla back and get back our Superfactorial with Circular. Then we can use the effect of Nabla, attributing itself to special summon the Diameter from the deck, go into Zodiac Trident using Chakanine, set the Superfactorial, Chakanine effect, detach a material to pop the baby, baby effect, special summon a Misk, go into Lagia, Then we can activate Double Evolution Pill, banishing the baby and the Scrap Chimera from the graveyard to special summon out UCT. Use Magician Soul, sending Illusion of Chaos to special summon a level 1 and go into Sylvan Princess Sprite. I gotta read this one. You can detach one Xyz from this card, activate the top card of your deck, okay. Otherwise, send it to the grave. Okay, so this is basically just a card that can add a card to your hand if it's a spell or trap. Interesting. So we're going to use the effect of Princess Sprite here, detaching a material, and the top card was a monster, so it's sent to the grave. Okay, not the best, but not terrible either. Then we're going to pass turn. We have a Trident with no material. So basically we have a Lagia, a UCT, and a Super Factorial. But don't be fooled, this is still quite good. The one thing that I'm kind of confused about here is, oh, well, I guess they can clear up the field with UCT. Okay, so this is actually more powerful than it looked, because that Super Factorial, you guys are probably familiar with what Super Factorial does by now if you've played Master Duel during the Mathmech format last month. So basically, what they could have done is, if your opponent summons a monster, you use UCT effect, pop the Princess Sprite, and it's going to flip all your opponent's monsters face down, and it's also going to clear up 3 zones on your field. So since you have 3 empty zones, you activate the Super Factorial, special summon the 3 Mathmechs from the grave, go into Laplation, and call it a day pretty much. So really impressive showing here. This deck is actually really crazy. It really pops off. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the replays, guys. We had a lot to showcase, and I could have showcased more, but I don't want the video to be like an hour long. So shout out to everyone in the Discord that submitted deck lists as well as replays. You guys are awesome, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the summer, and we're looking like we're on track to do that. Also, huge shout out to my UCT tier members. That would be Raptor Rapture, Bongerman for 20, Dad Dude Joey, Hudaman Me, B-Dubs, as well as Hit or Miss JT. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the support. Okay, that's it for me. I'm out. Peace.